Okay, now that I've cut this out, I'm kind of just throwing the truck and figures on here. I cut this to fit the display case. That way when it's done, I can set it in there and keep the dust off it when I put the lid on it. So it should be, I'll probably have to adjust it a little more, but it'll sit on there like that, and that way I can keep the dust off. So right now I'm just trying to mock up how I kind of want this to look. How I have this truck is going to be beat up. It's going to have some bullet holes in it. It's going to look worse, rusty, dusty, look like I got shot up. And then I got my survivors here. They'll just be walking by and kind of like peering into it. I know they're not going to stand very well right now. I don't feel like putting pins in them. So, but I figured to have like this guy walking by with the two girls and the baby that I got here. Their guns are just over there. So this one will probably be like peering into like the back of the truck, either here or here. I don't know, I'll try and figure it out, or maybe into like the driver's seat as they're walking by. And then this one probably just be kind of like lagging behind. Somehow, some way, I'll have them like here, and then I have like extra drums and barrels and garbage that I use from other mocks and stuff, and like I have like random hay bales and stuff that I haven't used, some foliage, I got some rocks and stuff. So I mean, I got all kinds of stuff that I can use. I still have all my military extras that I can put in here. Which ranges from bags and drums and all kinds of extra stuff that I'll throw in the truck. Gas cans. I'll probably damage some of the drums. Water canteens, all my military miniatures and stuff like that, I'll just throw in there. And then I got like sandbags and stuff. I probably use those for something else. I sprayed that red. Oops. Oh. But yeah, I have all kinds of extra stuff. And probably not to scale, but yeah, whatever. It'll still work. And yeah. So I'll have this, I don't know, I'll have them perched up around the truck, kind of looking into it, seeing what happened. I wanted to have like a fence kind of like in the background, kind of like stop right here, and then maybe like part of a building or something. I don't know yet. This will be like a road that like disappears underneath all kinds of dirt and sand. So it'll get there. It's just a very slow process of planning and trying to figure stuff out. I still gotta, you know, paint everything and do it all up, but this is just the very beginning stages. So I'm gonna get back to it. Okay, before I get to painting, I want to show you guys that I drilled a bunch of bullet holes in the side of the truck, make it look like it got shot up. I hand drilled all those, so my hand was a little sore and I was done. But that's just gonna be the side of the cab there. I made like a 1 or 2 pop through the other side through the inside fender, but it's mostly just in the door, a couple in the front fender. And then I got the bed of the truck, where I took a majority of it. I cut this out to look like it's supposed to be a step here, and I got to put on there. So that's what that's cut out for on both sides. But I drilled out a bunch of bullet holes that have traveled through this truck. And I'd also drilled them into the windows. So I did these lines, the scratch marks with an X-Acto knife. I just drug it out from the hole and kind of made it look like a spider web. But I did that to the front and the back window. And then I took the seating, put tape over it and then just messed up the tape with a X-Acto knife and some tweezers, and it's gonna look like it's all torn up and ripped. And I did drill some bolt holes in here too that has gone through. Of course, the bolt holes through the door, it comes through the other side. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've done besides putting it together. And I just put 3 small holes in the hood. So that's all I did for the hood. There's nothing else that done to it. But that is all the damage for it. And now I can get painting. Okay, so I suppose now would be a good stopping point to talk about how far I've gone and what I've done. So as of right now, this is what the front of the truck looks like. Got the hood off, got the radiator wall in. I forgot to put that in and weather it with everything, so I have to dirty that up and make it look like the rest of the inside of the engine bay. But that'll get all dirtied up. This is what the truck is looking like right now. I silver this. I gotta paint the light in there, and then I'll fade it out. So I got the window in there, all the bolt holes, the mud, the little splatter of someone's unfortunate day. You can see all the rust and the dirt and how everything dried and looks like it's been sitting out and abandoned, which is pretty much how it's gonna look in the diorama. I mixed and matched. I haven't weathered a model in a long time, so I was kind of mixing and matching, and pretty much the whole thing was kind of an experiment in what order I did things and how long I let them sit to dry. Whether I still did things whether wet or fully dry or partially dry. It gives a different mix, a different look. Whether you wipe it with another brush or a paper towel, it gives it that sharp look like it got rained on. And I got the mud on this side. So for the mud and everything, I literally just used this. And I took like a little stick or a brush. I have a tiny little, just like it's not a toothpick, it's like a little small rod that you can get. And I just dipped it in that, and then I used that for that, or I used the brush, or I have extra pieces from model kits that I think are garbage, and I use those as like little spatulas, and then I rub it on there. So this will actually dry this color, how it is on here. So that's how it dries. And then I painted it with mud brown Model Air. These Vallejo paints and AK paints are the best when you mix them with water for detailing. The Vallejo and the model color stuff, I always give me the best results. But so far, this is how the truck is looking. I still got a couple more things that I want to do to it because I silvered out the window. I gotta blacken this a little more because this is supposed to be black, so I gotta do that. The inside of this is also the sand diorama. I put that in there, and then I mixed the burnt umber and I think, if I remember right, light rust. So I just mixed those two, and then that's how I got the inside to look. Kind of rusty and chunky, and like it's just kind of eroded away and rusted out and kind of garbagey in there. So I gotta do that to the inside of this, which won't take too long. I got some stuff on my thumb, so let's see, you see how it dries, and I just painted it. For the hood, this is how the hood turned out. I wanted two huge rust spots on the hood, like it just hasn't moved, and like the flattest spots, and like how it drips down. And I did this one towards the front and kind of going this way, and then I did this one the same way, and then this side, because where the truck is actually going to be slanted, so it's kind of like a new rust form coming this way. And then underneath, I just did the same stuff. This is actually corrosion texture. I just put it on there because I wanted to see what it looked like, and I was like, well, if I didn't like it, then I'll just put more here and here. This is kind of just a test. See how everything turns out and how it looks. This is how it looks when it dries. I did not paint that. That's just how it looks. But it works. And so that's what that'll look like. I was thinking about dripping. I need to drip this a little more here off the fender, or make it go forward. But that's for that. And I put this in. I put the step in. I completely forgot to put the little middle steps in on the side. So I put those in. I put the sand diorama on it. And then I'll just paint that the same as this in the mud. All the bullet holes, all this is dried. This is how this looks. Also, I completely forgot. I took desert yellow and lightly airbrushed the entire thing. So that's how I got the dust effect even more on here, is I took the desert yellow and just lightly airbrushed over the whole thing to make it look even more dusty. But you can see all the blacks and the rust and the orange and then the different shades of red that I use in the mud. And this is the inside of the bed. I gotta re-drill a couple holes because they got filled for the what do you call it? The back the light bar goes. But this is the inside of the bed. See the rust and dirt and some of the bare other stuff in here. I left the bed being able to prop it down or put it up because I didn't know how I wanted to have it, because I planned to have the stuff in the bed of the truck, but I didn't know if I was going to have stuff hanging off or hanging out or how I was going to have it. So that's why this is able to move so freely like that. When I was making this truck and doing everything, I completely forgot about this piece. I forgot about the back of the truck. So I need to airbrush this, the desert yellow, so it looks like this. So it's all dusty. So you can tell the difference. So hopefully it'll match that. And I got the back windshield in there with the bullet holes and some more splatter. That's the inside. But yeah, it's just a light dusting of desert yellow. This is the dash. I need to make this more destroyed because right now I'm just putting on the colors, and then I will make it look destroyed like the seats. So I need to mix some blacks and some dirt and maybe probably some browns and dirty this up. But this is as far as the dash has gotten. And let's see here. I have a jerry can here, which I just need to completely re-airbrush this. It's gonna be red, and then I'll dirty that up. This is the steering wheel as of right now. I just painted it black, left that chrome, and that's just the light earth or flat earth. That's the color of the interior that everything is right now. So there's the steering wheel. This is a little skull that I found and it fit perfect, so I cut off the top of the shifter here and drilled a hole in the back of the skull and just put it onto the stick. So my stick shift for this truck will be a little skull. I just need to black wash that and it'll be all set. I thought it was pretty cool. It was like the right size. I just randomly found it going through my stuff, and I was like, oh, you know, I'll just use it for this because it fits. And here is my destroyed interior. So this is actually a technique I've seen other YouTubers use, kind of like a laser creation. I put tape over the seats and just destroy the tape and made it look like, whoops, like the seat is destroyed. I painted that the flat earth, and then I shoved some yellow underneath, the desert yellow, and you can kind of see it in there. And then you can see like all the dirt and the grime and kind of like sand buildup or mud buildup. It's all kind of dirty in there. You can it keeps going out of focus. I apologize. But I do have the bolt holes in the seats and everything. And then an unfortunate person's day that this happened to happen, like a Mad Max. So I need some, little greeblings to put in here, like newspapers, boxes, bottles, garbage, all that type of stuff. So I have yet to get those. I need those. I have all kinds of stuff, except it's a 1/35th scale, and this truck is 1/24th. So that's where that is. But yeah, this is the interior. It's almost completely done. The bottom is just painted black. I gotta dirty that up because I know you'll see it underneath the chassis and everything. I do have the weapon rack that will be in there. Painted that up. And I just used regular gunmetal. Right here, the little brackets is burnt umber, and then the rifles themselves is actually mahogany brown by AK. So it is actually this right here. And I just use that for the wood grain on these rifles. So letting that dry. I got the taillights painted red. I need to do the little whites here. These are just extra headlights, and this is for a sunroof if I wanted a sunroof, which obviously I'm not. And these are, I think, side lights. This is the underneath chassis. So this is what I mean when I say that the sand diorama, the terrains for desert sand, all I gotta do is paint this mud brown and it'll look just like mud. I don't have to do anything else. And it'll work if I get paint where it's not supposed to be. It's just part of the process of how it's gonna sit. But I put the whole underneath together because I wanted to dirty it up as one, because it would make things a little easier. But I did kind of rust out the rims. I need to do it again. I need to do more washes and other stuff on the tires for more dirt. I just painted everything black and a couple pieces silver. The engine is blue, how it's supposed to be. But other than that, everything is just currently in the process of getting rusted, dusted, and muddied up. But the engine's blue, and I just rubbed burnt umber and some light rust on it. I mixed it with water and did it to give it that wash. Same thing with this. A little pulley system, I guess that's supposed to be underneath there. But right now, this is as far as this gotten. These tires, I cut off the bottoms because I want this to be a flat tire. I want the tires to be flat, so that way this thing will sit, hopefully. It's kind of hard because of the camera angle, but it'll be at an angle when it sits down. So I have the diorama. If I need to angle it a little more, I can. I'll just cut out little spots where the tires are supposed to be. But I want this to be, oops, like it's been left to rot after it got used for target practice. So that'll sit in there like that. And I know the bar is in the way, but that's pretty much how that will look after I make this brown and dirty this up a little more. So that's how it looked with the front on. If I can just do that and that. If I mean, I can always chip this off if I don't like how much gets caked on there. I just use the little rod and a brush to brush it on there to make it look like it's all muddy and everything. Anyway, this is how it's gonna look when it's pretty much done. I just need to make this mud, and yeah, still got a lot more work to do, a lot more stuff to do and fix and make more rusty and dusty and destroyed. So I'm gonna get back to it. quite skip to the end here, but this 78 GMC rusty, muddy, dirty, target practice riddled truck is all done. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I always enjoy doing these type of models. It is more work, but I don't know, it's always just interesting to me and how dirty you can make them in different ways. All the bolt holes look great. The tires, I guess I could have cut them a little flatter, but I got the truck angled kind of how I wanted it to make it look flat. I got extra water bottles. I put some hats and a pistol inside of the truck for the seat. Show that picture in a minute at the end. And I have all this extra boxes and stuff that I had laying around, extra spare tire and the fuel tank that came with it, a couple extra guns, there's a guitar case, there's a revolver sitting right there. Yeah, this I still got a few more things that I need to do with it. I drilled a hole through the side mirror that I got shot. But yeah, no, there's still a few more things that I want to do to this. Maybe some different stuff in the back of the truck, or have it situated a little bit different. None of this is glued down. This is all just sitting there. This is just a little wooden box that I put together and threw in there and dry brushed it with black, and everything's sitting there. Tailgate still goes up and down. Inside the hood, I did nothing to it. I left it the way it was. So that's how it is. I just left it that way. The truck itself for the inside, I just got a little bit more dirty in there. I put the hose in there. I was debating on whether or not to leave it on or off. I just put it in there, but I could probably just rip it back out because it doesn't even look dirty. I didn't even do nothing to it. I forgot about it. But for the inside of the truck, you can kind of see there's a cowboy hat right here, water bottle, the pistol, the skull for my joy shifter, another water bottle up on a dash here. You got extra boxes and some oil drums. There's another baseball hat, extra tire, just extra stuff I had laying around. I have more. I would like to get some more and different stuff, garbage, different type of stuff to throw in the back of this truck or inside, and plus different stuff to put around it for the diorama that's going to be sitting in. But none of this stuff is glued down. It's all still loose. You can still see the work that I did for the back of the truck and all that glory. I did add this back roll cage cross member here with the lights, and sprayed those with desert yellow and made them dusty. I'm probably going to have the tailgate down for the diorama when I do it, because I kind of like how this looks to have stuff just kind of hanging off of it like that. But this video is pretty much done, and I still have the figures to do and then the ground terrain itself. So this truck will be probably about, well, I wouldn't say the centerpiece, but it'll be the main piece of the diorama and everything that's going on in it. But if you did enjoy this video, and hopefully when the next ones come out, whenever they get done, watch those too. When they finish, I will have to try and remember to put those links in the for this video. I usually forget a lot. But the pictures for this will also be on Instagram and TikTok, like always. They usually go up there first, so if you're following me up there, I appreciate it. I do read all the comments, and I enjoy every single one of them. I do appreciate it. Everyone who watches and likes and leaves a little feedback, I do appreciate it. But I will see you on the next.